And congrats to Coach Aaron and Marshall. They did a great job managing the game tonight. We were just uncharacteristic in a lot of ways. I just felt like we had some, game was more mental than it was physical. And, we clearly know we're a better basketball team in the way we played. Just felt like some of the mental things that happened, missed a couple of easy buckets you usually make, and a couple of mishaps here and there, and it snowballed to some degree. So, I think the number one thing is we know when we've been good, we know why, and these guys know why. And when you get in little skids like this, it's a matter of really carving out everything that's on the outside, getting back to basics, and doing what we do best. So we've got a few days to do that, and that's the plan.
Coach, can you dive into the last part of the first half? Looks like Marshall really gained momentum down the stretch there.
Yeah, big run, that helped them have a lot of confidence going into the first half. And I think some of that might have been related to, we had a couple of turnovers, a couple of easy buckets that we missed, and at times, and this is an area where we can continue to grow as a team, and we will, is you have a couple of things on the offensive end, and then it attaches itself to the defensive end, and it makes you a little bit heavy-legged. And so I thought that run, gave those guys a lot of confidence heading into halftime.
Yeah, how toward a lot of that run was Chris Thomas just taking it to the hole. How tough is he to handle?
Yeah, he's a talented kid. I give him some credit. I mean, he put his head down and went to the rim a handful of times. He's one of those guys you got to help with your feet and chest throwing as opposed to maybe helping with your with half your body. And as we look back on film, we'll find ways to correct that. But I'll give him credit. I mean, he was aggressive during that period.
You guys had 6 days since your last game. What did you guys work on in practice and focus in this past week leading up to today?
The big thing was just continue to get our defense back. I mean, them shooting 40% and 59 points. That's plenty of points to win a game from a defensive standpoint. That's great. Offensively, we just were a little bit out of rhythm. Had a bunch of easy ones that we normally make. As a coach, I was surprised by, and to come up with why that happens. I mean, you're almost overthinking it. But I thought we had some great looks. So that's a big thing where we can take another step as we get ready for next week is getting back an offensive rhythm that we've had in some of these past games. Because to hold a team to 40% and then score 59 points, that's plenty on the defensive side. Now we can make some strides here offensively as we get ready for next Thursday.
Speaking of offense, can you update us on what's going on with Ben? It looked like his left shoulder, elbow, wasn't really sure.
Yeah, they said just a shoulder concern. He's had shoulder issues before. I don't know specifically what it is. I think they want to get him a doc to look at it tomorrow and see where we go from there. But they just felt like he wasn't, to put him out there in the second half would have put him in harm's way. And I know he's the best three-point shooter in the conference, but you never want to, as bad as you want to win a game, you don't want to put a kid in harm's way and cause further damage.
Pierra, you were 1 for 5 from the three, and do you think it was, in the second half, they seemed to be pressuring you a lot more and kind of getting on you. Do you think it was bad takes, or do you think that they just weren't going in? What do you think was going on in the second half?
In the second half, they played a lot of zone. They gave me a lot of open looks. I just got to be able to knock them down. I got to keep shooting, keep getting in the gym, working on my shot, and see where the ball goes.
Pierre had 7 assists. I mean, early in the first half of that, now the stretch you had 3. What you just talked about, does that kind of play into it a little while you had some few assists going down the stretch?
I mean, the first half they were playing a lot of man, and that's the type of team we are sometimes. Teams starting to, pack in the paint on us, and I mean that's where we play our ball at, is out of the paint. And I mean, in the second half, I didn't have to control the ball as much. Like I said, they was in the zone, so we just moved the ball around and let everybody get a feel of it and make the defense rotate. And we got to find them open gaps and still not settle for jumpers and find a way to get inside.
Pierra, you had a long time to line up that late three. You probably thought you had it all the way, didn't you?
Yeah, I always think my shots go in. I mean, it rimmed out. It's cool. Live to shoot another day.
Coach, can you talk about your decision to start Denzel tonight over Thorne?
Yeah, nothing that Mike did wrong at all. We had a talk yesterday about it, and I want to give Mike a lot of credit because he handled it like a pro. But we wanted to go small a little bit, move Terrence over to play the 4 spot, to give us a little bit of mobility. We're trying to maybe press a little bit more at times, and that allows us to do that as well. So, but Mike, I thought, was terrific in terms of how he handled it. Tonight, I obviously wasn't out there as much, but a lot of it was circumstantial because we're playing catch up for the most part in the second half. But no, that was basically the basis behind that.
For the players, I believe it's now 10 games that have been, the final score has been within 5 points. Can you talk about what is happening in those final few, final minute of games, that the games are becoming so close but you're falling? What's happening? For either one of the players.
Who's that? Oh, okay.
I think it's just we get in a rush, like playing sometimes playing fastball, we get in a rush and turning the ball over at the wrong time. Then other team come back down the court and they're getting good shots, they're scoring. We're digging ourselves in the hole. And late in the game, we have been fighting back and able to get back in the game, but sometimes it's too late. That's why we've been losing by either 1 point, 3 points. And early in the game, that's what matters. Second half is a closer. So we just got to get back playing Charlotte ball.
What is Charlotte ball to you?
Taking our time, getting good shots, making an extra pass, out on the floor, getting loose balls, talking on defense, getting rebounds. We've been struggling in everything right now, and we just got to find ourselves, bring ourselves together as a team, and buckle up.
Coach, a bright spot tonight on the boards, 48-35. Talk a bit about that, how it was able to keep the game close, especially obviously Willie was 16 of those.
Yeah, I thought we had a lot of second opportunities. 14 second chance points is great. I thought we were dominant in that area. And again, a lot of them, most of the time we're going to convert them. But Shawn hit the nail on the head. I think it's just it's a matter of recapturing, and it's not so much recapturing identity, but it's also sustaining it down the stretch because. These guys have great confidence in when they're good as to why. But now it's a matter of continuing to wrap their arms around that as we head down the stretch. So I think resolve is the word, is the biggest word for these guys to grasp, because that just means no matter what you're facing, you just keep coming back over and over and over and over and over again until you get what you want. Because that word is not just going to serve them as we head down the stretch. It's going to serve them pretty well for the next 50, 60 years of their life.
You have a challenge coming up on Thursday against Middle Tennessee, and that's a team that's really gets gathered momentum. I believe 7 in a row, beating Southern Miss today. How do you prepare for a team like that that's really trending upward right now?
With excitement. I think it's an opportunity. These guys aren't guys that are going to hang their head and start kicking tin cans up and down the street. We are where we are. So why not enjoy the opportunity and get ready this next few days, just for ourselves to get better, but knowing that you got an outstanding team coming in here next Thursday and a chance to go at it. So to me, that's the approach. We got a great opportunity.
We good? Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank you.